Stranger Things Season 5, the best season or the worst season? Let's discuss tonight. Everyone, welcome back to the first ever Stranger Things-tastic episode of Empire Radio. I'm Jeremiah.
I'm Drew.
And we are back after a break. This is our first recording of 2026. And it's not Star Wars. We're doing a YouTube exclusive episode because we normally do Star Wars here at Empire Radio, but occasionally we do non-Star Wars stuff. And Stranger Things, the television event of the history just happened, and so we are here to do a breakdown of season 5, review it, talk about it, talk about the pluses, the minuses, the good, the bad, the ugly, theories, all that stuff. You excited, Drew?
I'm pumped. I'm just the chat's
blowing up. We got the live chat going.
I feel like they missed us since we've been gone.
Yep, Red Buff is in there, Night Owl.
Since we've been gone. I didn't have that song loaded up. My bad, chat.
Yep, Red Buff, you have to watch it on YouTube or watch the live stream to know our review.
Yeah.
But normally we would go over some news and stuff for Star Wars stuff, but we can't do that because it's Stranger Things, and we have to wait till next week to do all the news for that to come out. So, no Star Wars.
I hope
news.
You guys all had a good holiday.
Yep. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, all that jazz. But next week, so if you're just finding us for the first time because this is a Stranger Things thing and not a Star Wars thing, but next week we will have Grace on, and we'll be doing the next 2 volumes of the Bounty Hunter comics, so volumes 5 and 6. Then the week after that, we're going to be doing the Darth Vader book, the Master of Evil, which we were supposed to do last month, but life was crazy and we had to stop. We weren't able to do that, and so we were going to pick it up in 2 weeks to finish that. Then next month we have the Princess and the Scoundrel book review for a Halloween. I always say that every year when we do our Valentine's Day special. I always say Halloween. Our Valentine's Day special.
Trick or treat.
Oh, remember, I got to talk to you about that. We might have to change the date on that. But
okay.
Yeah. But we're here for Stranger Things. So, if you've been listening to Empire Radio for a while, you know that Stranger Things is my favorite TV show of all time. And this is the television, like I said earlier, the television event of the century, and everyone's super pumped about it. Biggest numbers ever on Netflix streaming and stuff for this, but I was excited for it. And so before we took our break, half the season was already out, and then Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve was the final 4 episodes. So Drew and I haven't been able to talk about the finale stuff at all. So this is fresh, and we're just winging it. I don't have a schedule. I don't got a plan, itinerary, or anything. We're just gonna go for it.
Just go dive in.
Yep. So Drew, what are your overall thoughts?
That's how we're gonna start this.
Yep. What are your overall thoughts on season 5, the finale, everything? Are you happy with the season? Are you disappointed by the seasoning? What's going on? Because it seems like there's the fandom is divided. Either people loved it or they hated it. So
I loved it.
Yeah?
Yeah, I was not part of the group that hated the last episode. I feel like it's not even like they hated the last episode that came out on Christmas Eve.
Yes, people review bombed it.
Yeah, people hated that episode.
Which is stupid, but whatever.
Yeah. And then people disliked this one. The last episode wasn't as intense as it could have been, I guess. But I disagree. I thought it was good. I mean, we'll get into like things I feel like they could have done differently and stuff. And like just when we started this, we were talking about like that surprise episode came out, and it didn't.
Because we were recording Wednesday the
Wednesday the
7th,
7th.
when there was an alleged theory that a secret episode was going to be released. And I did check at 7. Netflix did crash. So everyone was checking, and everyone's sad now.
Yeah. But they did announce last night that they have the behind the scenes episodes going to come out.
Yeah, next week
12th,
they have like I think it's like a documentary on season 5. That's basically what it is.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll watch that
for sure. But yeah, overall, I enjoyed it. The last episode made me cry a few times, not as much as Jeremiah.
Oh yeah, because I posted on Facebook. I'm about to start the series finale. What are people guessing how many times?
Count?
What's the cry count? And 7. So I should say that when I say I cry, I like either it's like teary eyed, it's like a little like misty eyed, or like there's only one time tears were going down my face. But
for me, it was mostly like teary eyed. Yeah. So. Like so I watched the last episode. It was New Year's Eve.
Yep.
And Miles stayed over at my sister-in-law's house with her kids that are like the same age. So he like had a sleepover. And then Steph doesn't want to watch it. So I'm watching it.
What is her relation with the show?
She's seen season 1 completely, and then she just like I don't know. I don't know if she's scared of it or what, but like she just doesn't have interest to watch it. So she hasn't seen any of it after season 1. And that was like what, 9 years ago when episode 1 came out, season 1 came out. So then I had like my headphones on and I was like watching it through the TV, but like with my headphones, and she's like sitting there on the Switch playing Animal Crossing, like laying down, and it had it all dark. And I'm like sitting there crying and screaming, and she's like, "What is happening?" Then like people in our neighborhood like shot off fireworks at New Year's, like at midnight, and she's like freaking out. She thought it was like a gunshot, and I couldn't hear anything. I was like so locked in. She's like, "Oh, if I would have died, you would have had no idea." I was like, "Yeah, probably." But so I don't know. Overall, I really enjoyed the episode. I thought it was really good. I was like trying to explain like stuff's like why was that so intense? Because like the whole last part when Mike explains that Elle isn't dead, his theory, and then I was like trying to explain it to her. So then I showed her that last thing, and then she's like, they should have just made it so that the whole thing was just a D&D campaign. It was all made up in Mike's head.
Well, some people do think that.
I'm like, well, that is actually a theory that people think, which honestly is not. I feel like that wouldn't be a bad theory, but also kind of be a cool concept.
People would be mad, I think, if it was like all a D&D.
He's a writer, right?
Yeah, but people would be mad that it was nothing happened. It wasn't real. Like, I don't know. But
yeah. Overall, I really enjoyed it. We'll get into it, like the things I didn't really enjoy, but yeah, overall, highly recommend it. All right, Jeremiah, let us have
How do you think I feel about it?
I think you liked clearly you liked the last episode, so you cried, but maybe you don't like the ending.
No, I am very satisfied with how it ended. Like, I really like the season. Like, overall, like, I just rewatched, since Sunday to last night, I rewatched season 5, and I really, really like it.
I think personally, it's better. I think for me now, my list.
We'll rank them.
Okay, we'll rank them.
We'll rank them. Well, because we got a voicemail from Will, and we might as well just rank them from that. So
okay,
but like I think that, like I said, I'm satisfied with how it ended, but there are so many plot holes and there's so many questions. Everything is just like, it's almost feel like it's not complete, or like they cut stuff out. Because like I remember they said back after they finished recording or something, filming, like they recorded like 600 hours of of footage, which makes like, I don't know what that means compared to like most shows, but like
Yeah. Well,
you
most shows
have
don't have hour episodes
you
either.
have like 10 hours of the actual show, and obviously
Mhm.
you film the same scene multiple times and stuff. Like, what does that actually mean of like for the total? So like, I don't know if that's a lot to 600 hours, but like it just seems like they cut out a lot, and I'm like, I don't know. And so I don't know. Well, we're not really following any like
Yeah, we're
format,
not
but like
following
my
anything. You enjoyed it, but what is something
the biggest thing
that
that did not
is
make
missing?
sense
Yeah.
was, you know, everything goes down. They kill Vecna. They escape the Upside Down, and you know, Elle does her thing. Whether we'll talk about whether or not we think she's alive or not, but like it ends. The Upside Down's gone. The gate's closed, and then it
Mhm.
just jumps to 18 months later, and there's like whatever happened with the military. Dr. K, like literally. Our crew, they killed a bunch of American citizens in the military at this base, and like nothing happens. Like everyone just lives happily ever after. Like, how is it just like, okay, well, the upside down, Dr. K leaves, military leaves.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know.
like that doesn't make any sense at all. It
But
seems because like
but what doesn't make sense about that?
because if you went into a military base, shot up and killed a bunch of people like they did,
Mhm.
and then
Well, I don't know. Okay, so you're saying they're military. I don't know if it was like I think the thing was so secretive that they can't report like the criminal acts of it. I mean,
okay, that
okay,
might be true, but they
you're
didn't
making
say
me
that
think
though.
too much now because I was not thinking about that
Because
at
but
all.
they
That didn't
didn't.
even cross my mind, but it makes sense because what's her name went through and was like sniping people, and Hopper was like shooting
Yeah,
army soldiers. But
but
like,
they didn't say. They could have just said like had literally 2-minute conversation like, well, this is off the books government thing.
mhm.
Like, but it's like clearly this Hawkins, Indiana had to have made national news. Like the whole world would have known about this crazy earthquake in Hawkins, Indiana. The ground split in four line, like an X in the middle of the city. Like,
Well, but they said it happened all over, didn't they?
no,
Yeah, because they said like they're like the earthquake shook and split the earth in two.
well, that's just the ground. They're not saying the world.
Oh, I was implying like I thought it was like the entire world, so therefore everyone's dealing with their own drama, and this is just one spot of it.
No, because the Upside Down is only Hawkins.
Correct. Well,
So
that
like,
part of the drama is them.
so it's not like the whole world had cracks and holes. So like it
Oh,
was
so they
only that,
patched those holes pretty quick.
and that doesn't make sense either. Like the whole
Yeah.
like they had to like break into the base to go through the gate when they
Mhm.
could have just opened lifted a panel and gone into the Upside Down.
Yeah.
And so I could hear that, by the way. So like I don't understand why they had to sneak in through the main gate to do their crawls when they entered the Upside Down at the Hawkins lab by just lifting up a panel.
Mm,
Like I don't understand. They could just went in whenever they wanted, wherever they wanted. So that didn't make sense at all to me at all.
yeah,
Um,
because they end up going in other ways later.
yeah,
I think it was just more so. Okay, so let me help you with this part. I think for the base part, they wanted to go through that entrance because of where it was located, and two, it was more. They were able to keep an eye on the military through that way. Because
right,
if Hopper just went in willy nilly wherever, he wouldn't know where the location is of the military.
right. But he didn't even know that there was a lab there in the Upside Down. military base in the Upside Down until.
Yes.
So it's like it's not like he's like staying in the back of those trucks and they go through and he goes wherever they go and then
No.
jumps back. Like,
It's also
I,
the 80s.
I don't know. It just didn't.
So
I
the
don't know.
chat said.
It just doesn't make
Yeah.
sense. And I don't know. And
But
then
I just don't know, like, how they would explain it differently. Are these okay? So I have not paid enough attention to people hating on this show.
yeah.
Is this a normal like issue that everyone's having?
Well, the
Is
military thing for sure.
I think that just makes sense because the military is like, we don't want other people to know what happened. She probably wasn't even doing it properly because like she was in charge, but like was she doing that outside of her own will, like illegally?
it's clearly. So it's one thing. Like we're just assuming that it's a military operation because it was the Department of Energy, which I don't know if it was an Indiana Department of Energy or if it was like a federal Department of Energy thing, by going back to season 1. So it was implied that it was a government facility, but then like here now it was military police, so it's like the U.S. government, like U.S. military,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like I don't understand how they could just, all right, well the Upside Down's gone, so
Because it's over.
let's shake hands but it's just like
But
I don't know.
you
This
would
doesn't make
think
sense.
that like they would be in criminal,
Yeah,
like
but I
prison.
also thought like, so they win, they beat Vecna, and it's done. And there's 45 minutes still left on the episode. It's like, okay, so the last 45 minutes is going to be them trying to defeat the military. They're going to fight Dr. K or something like that and kill Dr. K.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, that didn't happen. And I'm thinking back, like, what does the whole military thing have to do with the plot of season 5?
Well, what did it have
Other
to
than
do
having
with?
8 down there,
Yes,
they had no purpose.
that's
Like,
why I
yeah,
don't.
they're looking for 11.
Well, and that's why I
But
don't think it's actual military. You know
then
what I
who is
mean?
it then?
Well, it's like military, but like it's like a Dr. K's military. Like it's her. Because why would it be? Why would a doctor be in charge of this military branch? That alone doesn't really make sense with the
Yeah,
reason.
that doesn't. It's just they have a degree, so they just call him doctor. Like,
But she should be called sergeant or general, and she wasn't.
yeah, but they're just keeping in line with Dr. Brenner and then the other doctor that was like on their side. Like, they're just keeping the theme of
Yes,
doctor that.
but
But
why was that black guy? Is he dead?
no, he was in the hospital. Like, he was like, there's no, like, we couldn't kill him. Like, our weapons did nothing. Like, he was like in a burn, like his face was burned, and like
Oh yeah.
there's that one scene, like it's like the
Because
last episode or the finale or whatever, where he just says like, we don't know how we're gonna beat him. Our bullets did nothing. Weapons did nothing. So like, because he was there season 4, he was with
he was the one or hunting down Dr. Brenner
hunting down 11.
and the doctor too, though. Right?
I don't think he knew that
Is
doctor
he?
was still alive.
Well, he's the one that killed him, though.
Well, right, but he didn't know that. I don't think he knew that Dr. Brenner was alive. He was just hunting 11 because he was following 11, and they went to that base,
Yes.
underground base, but he didn't know that Dr. Brenner was there. But yeah, he still killed him. But it was still, the U.S. government was in pursuit of 11. He was still on the team in season 5, hunting down 11. And like, we go back to season 1, like the facade was that she was supposed to help spy on the Russians.
Mm-hmm.
So that's like a government thing to like spy on the Russians.
Mm-hmm.
Even though Dr. Brenner was doing his own thing, trying to find Henry. But I don't know. I just think there should have been a conflict after they escaped the Upside Down
I
that
get it.
involved
I
them
just
facing
like
off.
now thinking about it, it really because like I'm like looking like, all right, did these soldiers have U.S. flags on them? Were they like? And I don't remember them. Not saying that they don't. I just don't remember if they did. Like it didn't really feel like the more that we're talking and talking about this, it really didn't feel like they were actual military.
I don't know, I think they were, but I don't know. Chat, go look up on Netflix. Did they have like U.S. flags on their shoulders,
Mm-hmm.
arms, or anything like that? Were there flags anywhere? Blah blah blah. But I don't know. It just
Yeah, I mean
that's just
that
the
does
main
make
thing
sense. That's like
where like there's stuff that didn't make sense in the season, yeah, but like this was like they didn't even address it. That's the problem.
yeah.
Like they could, like I said, they could have just had like a 5-minute conversation, 5-minute scene after the gate closed, and be like, "Well, what do we do
It's
now?"
like
And there's
Hopper should be in jail
yeah,
forever.
Hopper, Nancy, she took all those
Nancy, that
guys,
girl was she would have you seen
dude.
the meme of her like season 1 picture of her and
Yeah,
then the last one that's like Rambo.
oh, yeah, I've seen that.
It's so funny. It's so real though.
But I like the joke at the end where she drops out of college and Rob's like, "What? Did you become a Navy SEAL?" Like, yeah, like she'd be like the #1 Navy SEAL of
Yeah.
all time.
Heck yeah.
But
Oh, that scene was so sad.
when you with the 4 of them on the roof, apparently that when Steve starts crying, like that wasn't in the script, and like him like
Oh, really? I
him saying
believe
like
it.
Jesus Christ, like that was like not part of the script. That was like him like actually crying in the scene and like
Because
reacting.
you're like part of that's also like only those guys are going to understand what they went through
Yeah,
filming it. So it was like it was an easy scene to act
right,
essentially.
right. And we all know, just like all other adults, that once a month thing ain't happening.
Oh heck no. And
They're
they
gonna do
know
like the
it
first
too.
month they're gonna do it, and then
Probably
they're
not
never
even
gonna do it
get
again.
there.
This was back in 1989. There's no way they had ways of easily plan things like Facebook and
Or
texting, and
afford it.
it was probably cheaper back then to
Fly.
fly. And
I don't know. I feel like flying was actually more pretty expensive. It was super luxury back then.
I don't know, but they would drive, and they were all in the middle point, where it's probably only like
Yeah.
a 2-hour drive from everybody. But
And
I don't know.
Robin's
And then when I was
uncle's basement.
watching today, I was rewatching scenes to understand like the whole like exotic matter thing and all that stuff. 'Cause what that doesn't make sense is, so we learned in season 4 that the
Mhm.
Upside Down is stuck, frozen in time from the day
The day when Will got killed.
Will went missing. Like it's just an
Yep.
imprint, a carbon copy of that day.
Mm-hmm.
And what I don't understand is how when they go to the Hawkins lab and they're searching around for answers and trying to find the shield, and they're trying to find answers, like all of Dr. Brenner's research on the Upside Down is down there, but none of that research would have happened until after Will went missing, because that's when the gate was opened. So it was implying that either they messed it up, they didn't keep that consistent with it being frozen in time, or Dr. Brenner went into the Upside Down and left his research there after the fact.
Well, or did he do his research there?
In the Upside Down?
Yeah.
I'm saying that doesn't make any sense, because like he dies in season 1. Like he goes missing in season 1. He dies in season 1. So I guess he could have, since he didn't die, we never got answers on that.
He didn't die.
Well, it's implied in season 1 that he dies.
But he's back in season 4.
Right. So the
So
question
maybe he was
is,
in the Upside Down the whole time.
But how did he get there? Because there's the gate that L closed in season 2, and they're going in and out of the gate in season 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like,
because where did he die in season 1?
in the school.
In the school.
Doesn't he get attacked by the Demigorgon?
Yeah, but what if the Demigorgon just brought him into the Upside Down?
Because the Demigorgon was still there fighting the military and fighting L and stuff like that. Like, it just doesn't make sense on like why his research is in the Upside Down.
But we find out in season 5 that the Demigorgons are literally going there and grabbing people and bringing them back. So what if the Demigorgon just threw him and he went into the Upside Down?
But that was like
Stranger Things has happened.
But season 1 is like, none of that is. It doesn't make sense because like Henry was trapped in the abyss, and it wasn't until 11 made contact that the bridge was made, the Upside Down was made. So it's like he's not in the mindset of like, all right, let's send.
True, he's not doing any work yet because he's
right. He's the gate open, so he's like, okay, now I can get to work. But like, and so somehow that Demigorgon, I think the Demigorgon had to have come to Hawkins directly from the abyss and not through the Upside Down right away or something like that.
No.
But like, how did it get from?
Because the Demigorgon went in and grabbed Will.
Right, but I'm saying, how did the Demigorgon get from the abyss to real Hawkins in one day? Because within a day of her escaping the lab, like opening the.
It was the same day, wasn't it?
Right, so it's like, because like the opening scene of season 1 is like some scientists like trying to run away from the and they're getting in the elevator and they're attacked. So like, the Demigorgon came in through that directly from the abyss. Through that,
bro, I don't even.
Like, that doesn't make sense because the
we
gate
just always assumed
open,
it was from the Upside Down.
Yeah, it was the Upside Down.
They like wrote a plot point, like issue.
Right, so it's like, I don't understand.
But I do think that it would make sense though if Dr. Brennan was in the Upside Down. Somehow he was brought to the Upside Down, or he went into, instead of dying, he went in there. Because when we see him in season 4, he has no issues, no scars, nothing.
Right.
He looks normal. But from last time we saw him, we thought a Demogorgon ate his face off.
Right.
So it makes sense if he just went into the Upside Down.
Right.
And then he did research and he made it so that it didn't collapse on it. Because someone had to make that, right?
Right. So that was the thing that I had to watch it multiple times, was the chaotic, or was it what is it called?
The shield or whatever it is.
The chaotic matter, whatever they call it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so that was a man-made thing by Brenner to keep the wormhole from collapsing. Let's see. Pango says Brenner was the one to figure out it was a bridge, and also he died in California. He did die in California, but it's implied that he died in season 1.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I don't understand. In that short amount of time, he was able to create this chaotic energy or exotic energies. That was exotic. I think that's what it is.
Max, we know he didn't die, but
we know. But when you watch it, he gets attacked by a Demigorgon, and we don't see him.
And then
until
we hear
season
screams.
4. So it's like until we see him in season 4, we think he was killed in season 1.
Mm-hmm.
And so our problem is like, where did he go? How did he get there? What he was doing? So like, he was he just hiding in the Upside Down, creating this thing? But it's like, there's no way they could have created that exotic matter to do what it did when it was all theoretical at that point. That's what Dustin implies, that this is just like a theoretical physicist. This is just a theory. Like, he was able to create this thing and stop the bridge from collapsing. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It just seems like he had to be super innovative and get something done like right away. Because Dustin kind of implied like if this is not there, it's gonna collapse right away. Like we're dead.
Or maybe
But
he had like a thought of what it could do, like what I don't know, bro.
I know, as I'm confused. Like, and Dustin said like immediately, like after, like when Nancy shoots the thing for the first time, and there's like the building like shakes and stuff, and he's like, "I was wrong. I was totally wrong."
Mm.
Like he said that if the bridge collapses, everyone dies, implying that it seemed to imply that everyone on the Earth would die.
Yeah.
But they destroyed the bridge themselves, and it didn't destroy the Earth.
But they stopped it before it collapsed onto itself.
They caused it to collapse. So I don't understand why if it collapsed on its own without them creating the exotic energy, if Brenner never did that and it collapsed, Dustin seemed to imply that the whole Earth would die. Or what Nancy was doing, if she destroyed that, it would cause the bridge to collapse and everyone dies. But they literally blew up the exotic matter
To destroy
the wormhole, the bridge, and the Earth didn't die.
Oh my gosh.
So it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, but like, wasn't there a reason why they figured out that wouldn't actually destroy the Earth?
No. So it's like they said.
No, I gotta rewatch it, bro. Because
the beginning of episode 6 is when
well, I remember it.
Dustin like explains it for the first time, and then episode 7 when they make the plan, when he explains what's actually going on, when he explains everything again in more detail. It's like if you watch both those scenes, like it's contradictory in my opinion. So it was just confusing.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like,
but you liked it. Dude, what is wrong with my mic today?
Overall, I really like the season, but it's just, I don't know. There's just so many questions that weren't answered.
Do you like it more than season 4?
No.
Oh, I disagree.
Season 4 is...
I do not. Okay, we'll get into
You've always hated season 4, though, dude.
Yeah, I don't know why. I think it's because it's California.
I think, honestly, this was the weakest finale of a season of all 5 seasons.
I disagree.
Season 1, season 2 was really good.
Season 1
finale.
was so good.
Season 3 was the mall.
Was good, but then
season 4 finale, that is the best episode in all of Stranger Things.
Season 3 is the worst. I said it. Oh, I don't know,
dude. I
love the mall.
I've felt that too a lot, Pango, about season 3. But there's so many good scenes with Billy, and there's so many intense scenes. It's like, can I put it that low? But it's every season is so close to each other. Like it's not like season 4 for me is all the way at the top for me, like no problem. But like all the other seasons are so close because there's like individual things. But season 3, like all the Billy stuff is so good.
The Billy stuff is good.
Like the sauna test when he like.
Oh yeah, that was so good.
When like
also like Steve's and Dustin and like Robin's character getting introduced.
Season 3, Robin, yeah, like
the whole thing of how Russia was under the mall, like that concept was so cool.
That was cool, but that's another like the whole Russian thing in season 3 and 4.
What? Because like, isn't like right after the Cold War? Like that's whole.
No, I understand like the beef with Russia, but like
we still got a beef with.
But like, what did any of that Russian stuff have to do with the overall story? Because like everything in season 3 would have happened with the mind flare and like them taking over bodies and stuff without the Russians there.
Well, the Russian kept opening the door though. That's why. If the Russians didn't open the door after season 2, then we wouldn't have a season 3.
But they were trying to open the door, but they never did. And the particles the mind flare particles that were cast out of Will in season 2 at the end when they're like in the cabin, they like heat him up and he's freaking out. Like the particles stayed in the earth, in the world. So
but we don't know about any of that until after.
Oh, right. But I'm saying like season 4 Russian stuff, like when they have Hopper, like how did they get the Demigorgons?
They capture them?
How? They never fully opened the gate. They never. I don't think they ever entered upside down.
I thought the gate was open the whole time.
No, they're creating that laser to like create a gate, but it was never like fully opened. But also, like, how do they even know about the gate? Like, how do they know that there's the upside down? How do they know all this stuff? Because like because the season 3 finale, they're in Russia and they have a Demigorgon already.
They have like 3 of them.
So it's just like, how do they have a Demigorgon by end of season 3 when they hadn't even done the mall thing yet? Or sorry, they did the mall. They had the mall thing, but like they didn't like succeed down there. But they were able to transfer like a Demigorgon from the United States to Russia
through the upside down.
You can't do that because the upside down is only Hawkins, because it's surrounded by the wormhole.
True, it's surrounded.
Am I just ruining the show for you?
Yes, you are, bro. That's true. Because so I know it's not true now, but I always thought that like when season 3 happened and everyone's like, oh, Hopper's still alive. He's just in Russia. Because remember we got like the trailer or whatever.
Well, there was the post-credit scene.
Yeah.
Season 3.
Everyone thought that he just went upside down and then went to Russia through there.
That's what I thought too.
That's what it was implying. But then
I don't think that's
because up into season 5, we don't realize that it's only Hawkins. We think it's all just
right. So I think somehow they had the Russians in the underground underneath the mall.
They were able captured.
They captured him.
They captured Demigorgons at some point.
We see him get in season 4. We see him like have the flashback of him getting captured by the Russians. So somehow they were able to escape the mall,
which doesn't really make any sense.
They had a back way because they built it, so they probably had a back way.
Yeah,
but they still had to escape the mall and then get to Russia.
Did anyone look into to see if this military is actually real military?
Oh, I wasn't even reading the comments really.
Well, the comments are going hot tonight.
But I don't know, dude. Then the whole other thing that like I'm not saying that there's like a contradiction or a problem that I just don't fully understand is the relationship between Vecna and the Mind Flayer. Because we see in season 4, like when he's explaining to Elle like what happened to him, like we see the flashback of him walking through the abyss and he finds the Mind Flayer, like the dust particles like chaotically moving around, and he gives it form by making it look like a spider. But like it's implied in season 5 that the Mind Flayer is in the abyss, but like we see the Mind Flayer in the upside down. So is he just moving back and forth himself?
Like I think so. Because in season 3, the Mind Flayer goes to Earth,
but through like the manifestation of like using the bodies to like take his form. But I don't understand. I don't know. I don't understand like what the Mind Flayer is to understand its relationship with Henry. Because Henry gave it form. They became like one. Like they combined their powers. They combined. So like the mind flayer is able to use him to amplify his power or something. Because I think Henry only had the ability to like use telekinetic powers, and I think it's implied that he had Eight's powers, where he could project imagery, because that's how he makes everything. People see like
Isn't kind of implied that all the blood from Henry is how these people got their powers?
so it's not. Well, they do say that in season 5,
Yes.
but
And Elle's the only one that's got the strength part from Henry.
well, they all had the telekinetic power, all the kids except for 8, who had the mind projection thing. Or
yeah,
whatever.
and also they don't.
But like, but that whole story, I don't know. You know what the Broadway play? So there's a Broadway play with Henry Creel's whole life story.
Mm.
So all this stuff about like the blood stuff was already known. And there's all this stuff from the Broadway play of Henry Creel's life that was like a prequel story, but you would only know that if you were able to attend it and watch it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like a stupid story that no one knows about. So it's just like the whole thing.
Isn't
with the
that
Rock.
what they're gonna do? Like the prequel show on is that?
The show, the spin-off show is about The Rock. So I think it's everything leading up to that mine scene.
Mm-hmm.
That's what the show is going to be. So there's not going to be any new characters or returning characters, or it's all going to be new characters.
Yes. And then they're doing the animation show that's supposed to be in between season 2.
Well, Reed, get out of the chat. You're going to get spoiled because this is all spoilers for all 5 seasons. So we love you, Reed, but
unless you want to be spoiled, that's
don't get spoiled. Don't pull a Uretzi and watch season 5 without watching the first 4 seasons. But Reed, you should rewatch, binge it from the beginning because it's the best show ever. Season 4 is the best.
So Jeremiah has a lot of. And also, this chat's blowing up tonight. They're like,
I didn't even have time to read Night Owl's dissertation. So 7, America's Mutant Military. Low blog, the military presence on Stranger Things is a mix. It starts as an official U.S. military involved with Hawkins Lab, like military police, but later factions led by figures like Lieutenant Colonel Sullivan operate as a secretive black ops unit with their own agendas, using what are essentially highly trained mercenaries or private forces, blurring the line between legitimate government action and rogue operations to hunt 11 and control the Upside Down.
See, and because they can't control the Upside Down, they can't get anyone in trouble for what happened.
Right.
Because then they have to explain the Upside Down to the entire world.
Right.
So I think that's why.
I'm
just kind of mad that that doctor didn't die, though. Not gonna lie.
Reed, you have a boyfriend officially now? What is this news? Slide in my DMs on Discord and tell me the hot gossip, dude. Anyway, we're not here about
what the
our
heck,
fans' relationship advice. I don't even remember what I was talking about. Military. Okay.
So does that help your military thing?
I guess if that makes sense, and then it goes with like what you're saying, how it's just because it was all under wraps that they can't really do anything publicly about it.
Yeah.
But I'm saying it's still, the town was still cut off from the world, and military occupied it. Like the military just disappearing. Like the world would know, you'd think. Because like you couldn't go into the city without clearance. So it's like it wasn't like freely in and out driving. But I don't know.
I don't know. Because when the Upside Down shut, all those portals, so the cracks would close.
Yep.
And then just patch the road. Call it good.
Yep.
So I don't know. I think it's just like, because like the general public outside of Hawkins, outside of that crew even, they just think it's an earthquake.
All right. But I'm saying it's still military occupied. Like, there's no way they can hide that fact from the world.
It's the 80s.
Yeah, but people are driving in and hey, we're going to Disney World, kids, and they have to drive through Hawkins, Indiana on the way. Like, oh, the military has shut down. Like,
They just
you can't
close out
just
the highway and that part of the highway and just reroute
yeah,
them.
but people have to get in and out to like bring food and like stuff. Like, you can't just hide a city like that. It's a big enough town, especially when they had the first mall in the world or whatever, or in the country or one of the first malls. Like, people would all around the surrounding counties would know about this mall and want to go into the city and
The Russian Mall.
the Russian
that got
mall.
blown up.
But I don't know. I just wish we had more information about like Henry, like Vecna's relationship with the Mind Flayer.
Who's going to Disneyland in small town Indiana in the 80s? Disneyland's only been open for, actually, it's been open for a little bit,
For a long time, like
20 years. Something like
in
that.
Florida.
No, well, I'm trying to think of the math of how long Disneyland was open from when.
Were they all open from like in the 50s and 60s?
No, because Disney World just hit like their 70-year anniversary or 50-year anniversary, something like that. Because Walt Disney never stepped foot in Disney World. It was not a thing when he was alive. He's only been to Disneyland. Read. DM sent Jeremiah LOL.
All right, thanks.
Stupid.
Disneyland is 1955.
Mm-hmm.
Disney World 1971. So both of these would have been opening during the events of.
But who can afford to go to Disneyland?
Back then, a lot of people.
In Indiana?
Yeah.
In Indiana.
They're just regular middle class people. They could afford it. It was a lot cheaper back then to do things than it is now. I also saw a thing that it's cheaper to fly your family over to Japan to go to Disneyland over there.
It's cheaper to go to Japan, but that's only if you live or like can get to LA. If you like really look into it, for us, the flight to LA is more expensive than flying from Japan to LA. Because you can at that time it was like when that article was put out, it was like $300 from LAX to Tokyo. So if you count that into fact, and then go to Disney, yeah, it would be way cheaper for a family of 4.
Right. But anyway, a minor thing that they did, and it was only really in the first episode, was they did a lot of telling rather than showing
in this season.
In first episode, they had to explain everything, like the whole like radio show thing. Like, she just explains everything about why they're doing. Why
she
they're
did
doing
it in a cool way, though.
I understand that they're like the propaganda to like keep the morale up and I forget the phraseology of like this compliance to rules and stuff. Like, I
thought the radio station was a cool concept.
Well, no, that's fine, but it's just them explaining to the audience,
Rockin' Robin,
what they're doing. When it's like people in the town already know. There's also like a scene when Hopper's getting ready to do that crawl, and they're back at the cabin, and he's like talking to Joyce about like what he's doing. Like, as if it's like the first time he's doing it. Like, you've been doing this like what they did like 133 times or something
like that, yeah. And
like he's talking to her like as if this is the first time he's doing it. Like, they're just explaining to the audience what they're doing. And this is me. I just don't like the whole telling rather than showing thing. So that was just annoying in that first episode mainly. But I don't know.
Yeah.
What other things do you want to talk about? There's other things I want to talk about. I've been talking a lot. So are there any topics or scenes or anything that you want to talk about?
I don't know.
And in the chat, let us know. Are there any topics, questions you have for us? Any topics about the season you want us to address? So we'll take your questions too. But
I don't think so. I mean, I really enjoyed this season. I don't feel like that way at all. So we kind of ruined a little bit of it for me. Dustin's speech, that was pretty cool.
we'll
I
get
thought
to
that
the whole
yeah.
ending. We'll also talk about that too. But like how everyone, that's like what caused the whole like conspiracy theory that there's another episode.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to think. Well, we might as well talk about Will
Oh,
and his character because,
okay.
like,
Well, let's just talk about him. He is a horrible actor.
What?
Will is one of the worst. He is
No,
the
you're talking
worst
about.
actor.
Are you talking about Mike? Or are you talking about
No,
Will?
I'm talking about Will. People say Mike, dude. I disagree.
I
Will
can't
is
stand
way
Mike.
no.
Mike is the worst actor in that whole entire show,
I disagree.
and
I think
Will is one of the best actors in the whole show.
100% disagree.
If you go back to season 2, the scenes when he's getting possessed by the mind flayer,
sure,
and
he's good at that, but
his acting, like his
cry is the ugliest thing on the planet.
His what?
His cry when he cries.
Oh yeah, because you're supposed to really look good when you cry. Everybody, you're not supposed to.
Robin and Max looked amazing when they're crying. Hands down, best criers.
When guys cry, it's off-putting.
It's not though, because like Dustin's cry.
There's nothing wrong with guys crying. We at Empire Radio support male tears.
I don't think I've never. Will's performance was the best in season 1 when we didn't have to see him. That was the best Will performance.
You need to rewatch season 2.
I did. I recently watched it.
He is so good in season 2. When he's being possessed and when he's getting burned and stuff, like he's so good in season 2. Season 3, he wasn't really much in season 3. Season 4 wasn't really a lot, but season 5, I think him as a character, the character of Will. You don't like his acting? Okay, we're done with that conversation. Like his acting doesn't matter now. Let's talk about his character. I think that the way they did. Like part of me is like, I wish he would be able to tap into his powers like in season 4, but like, obviously he wasn't in Hawkins. He wasn't able to do that,
which is why I didn't like season 4. But
he wasn't connected to Hive Mind. Whatever. Season 4, Will sucks. Hated Will. Will sucks. Hated Will. Mike hated his face expressions, but Will for me. For the love of God, he was just me. Mm-hmm. Then season 5, it's all about me. Sorry, but didn't care for Will. Seriously, though, he would have died in season 1. I don't know.
I agree.
Will was we got to understand his character, though. He's portrayed as a weak, whiny, incompetent person, and that's part of his story because then he has to overcome that and find who he is on the inside to become confident in season 5. So it's like you need Will to be an unimpressive person, unimpressive character, so that when he finally gets that he can tap into the hive mind and he has powers, there's a bigger payoff. So like, yeah, you should not like Will in the first 4 seasons because that's how he's supposed to be.
No, I was excited when Will got his powers. I thought that was super cool. I still think at all of it though, it was still like underused.
In season 5, underused?
Yeah. Because he did it at the end.
To figure it out though. Like it's literally 4-day long seasons, like 4 days. Like he's just trying to figure it out.
No, I know, but like I feel like he could have been more important at the end than just like being a spy.
Oh, but what do you mean? He saved Elle's life because Vecna was about to kill Elle, and with the vines going into her face, like that one guy in episode 4, when it goes like right to his face, like the Groot's face,
Yeah.
He was about to do that to Elle, and he stopped him. So I think it would have been cool if we had Elle and Will side by side
Yes, fighting.
I would have
Yes.
preferred that.
That's what I was like hoping for. Like, all right, now there's two of them. Like, and like, okay, so last night, okay, so a lot of you guys don't know, but my nephew is obsessive with this show. He's 9 years old and he's obsessed with this show. So for Christmas, before Christmas, he was begging me and my brother-in-law, his other uncle, like, can you guys teach me D&D? I want to learn how to play D&D. And like was super like obsessed, like nonstop asking. So me and Steph bought him the new Stranger Things D&D starter kit. So yesterday we were playing. We were teaching him the first time last night, and I played Will the Wise, the weakest character in all of them. And I was like, oh, that's like makes sense. Like he's just not. It's so much of like who his character is in the show. It's kind of wild. But then yeah, like you get the development of his character throughout the end. But it was just funny. I was just like, oh, why is Will the Wise like this? But it makes sense because that's kind of his development as a character. And then as he grows, he gets stronger.
Right.
But
yeah,
so I don't know.
No, go ahead.
I just like, for me, there's a lot of times watching the show that somehow him as an actor would pull me out of the scene. And that's like throughout all the seasons besides one. Like I would watch it and then somehow Will would say something or do something and like it would just like mess me up. He was better when he was younger, but from 4 to 5, especially 4, I just thought he was really just bad.
I don't even remember what he did in season 3. He was just there.
Yeah, he just did this. Like that's all he did.
Goosebumps on the back of his neck.
Yeah, that's
season
like
4, like he was just there with
Mike.
Elle and Mike and Jonathan as and what was the pizza guy's name?
Also,
Argyle. He was just there.
I feel like they could have brought Argyle back.
They should have.
Somehow he like delivered them pizza or something.
Yep, he was actually the real Mind Flayer.
Been funny.
But I don't know. So like, but with Will's story, because I remember in season 4, like because you know there's so much time between each season. I guess maybe sometimes it could be hard connecting. Like in season 4, like when it was like when people really started to say, "Oh, he's gay." I'm like, okay, like I never really, for whatever reason, it never crossed my mind that he was gay until like people were starting to make comments about it, like in season 4. But then like I binge watched the whole show again in like the month before it came out. Season 5 came out. I'm like, oh, literally every season there's marks. Like even like season 1, like his dad, calls him a slur or whatever. And then there's like in season 2, there's like the whole like Will or Mike makes the claim like it's not our fault that you don't like girls. Now he didn't say that as in like you're gay, but like as in like you're just not interested yet type of thing.
Yes, yeah.
And then so then like every season there's things like okay, yes, they're leading to him being gay. It never registered to me, but then it did. But I really liked how same thing with like, if you listen to Empire Radio, like I hate when people just throw romance in for the sake of romance. Same thing could be with like any social issue. They just like throw in a social issue when it has nothing to do with the plot of the show. Like people could say this about like, Will being gay, or they're just throwing it in there. But I think it was really done well in that how they brought in Robin's character in season 3 and used her being gay of being like her story inspires Will to embrace who he is. And then like that is first used when he uses his powers for the first time. And like I thought that was really, really good planning and writing to like bring in this character season 3, have her there to have a parallel story with Will.
Yeah.
And then she inspires him. Now, part of me thinks it would have been a little better if he never had the coming out scene and has left it kind of open ended for us to like speculate. Not like, is he officially? He didn't officially come out, but like, I don't know. I think it would have been better just like but like but having that line of like her story inspiring him to become.
I think they had to do that though to like so
Well,
that the audience knew that he was no longer trying to try to date Mike.
Well, I never.
Oh, I picked up on this like right away.
I never thought that until people mentioned it in season 4 that he had a crush on Mike. I was like, I don't see it. Like I still don't see it. But like,
it's pretty obvious.
I don't think it's obvious, but
I think they had to show that. But also, like people hated on that scene. It's like the most hated scene in Stranger Things.
That's the reason why they review bombed that episode was for that. But like.
And I disagree. I didn't think it was as bad as people were saying it. Or like,
I don't think it was that bad.
It didn't really take it out of the moment, really either, and it makes sense for his character.
And they added the idea of that like Vecna was using it against him to like keep him down, so he had to come out so that
he didn't feel
he was freed from that burden, so that Vecna couldn't use it because I think it was like, oh, if they know, then they're going to reject you. And that gave him fear, but he came out, everyone accepted him, so then he can't use that against him. So like, it makes sense.
I thought it made sense.
But the big thing was people were mad that the coming out scene was longer than the final battle. Which, that is the thing. The final battle was really short.
Well, there was an hour after the final battle of them just like
but it's just like
mending things.
I don't know.
The final battle was pretty weak, but for me, the mending stuff and the emotional things with the crew afterwards and them in the basement talking about Elle without talking about her, like that whole thing was so well done that I was like, I don't even care. Like I was like, I want, this is the best part. Like, so that stuff like didn't bother me as much.
So I don't know. So I was like, we're gonna talk about the final battle, but like, it was short. It was underwhelming in a sense that like, one, yes, it was short, but like the fight between Elle and Vecna was very lackluster. They were just pushing each other. Like, I did like that they paralleled that whole battle scene in multiple ways, where they paralleled like in season 4, like the flashbacks of like the kids like battling each other with like pushing. I keep wanting to say force push. There's our Star Wars tie, but like, because remember they had like the circles on the floor and you had to like push your opponent out of the circle.
Yeah.
So it's like they were doing that. They were pushing each other and they're trying to hold their ground. So I like that parallel. I also like the parallel of the team on the outside fighting the Mind Flayer from the cliff. That was very reminiscent of the mall battle when they're shooting fireworks. Like they were throwing.
That's how you said mall. I was like, I don't remember that in Star Wars.
But reminiscent of them like fighting the Mind Flayer in the mall with fireworks, and they're doing
that's
the same
why
thing
I feel like it was like they like thought about it right away.
Yeah,
like high ground. Let's get the high ground.
Right. So it's like I really liked that parallel of the like each part of the battle was a parallel with the previous stuff known.
Yeah.
And okay, here's another huge thing that I really did not understand about like dead Demigorgons and Vecna, like how you damage them.
What's fire?
No, I'm saying like you have like a full military unloading bullets on the Demigorgons and Vecna, no damage at all. But Karen Wheeler can stab a a Demogorgon with a glass bottle and it punctures and makes him bleed. That doesn't make sense at all. And like how the spike that L pushes Vecna into, like how that damages him when like a slow push, but like machine gun fire doesn't do any damage. They can absorb bullets. I don't know, like
Yeah, they can.
but I don't know. It's just I don't know.
And also, like the material that was in that place where it wasn't of this earth.
So is it like the only way to kill Wolverine is with adamantium?
Yeah,
Like you have to kill Vecna with abyss stuff,
rock,
abyss fangs or teeth or whatever that hooks, whatever those were.
whatever that thing was. Yeah.
So it was just really annoying that like.
But then, what's her name can just go cut the head off with her axe.
Yeah, that. Which that was a pretty cool. I really like that they.
Yeah, I like that.
They let her.
They let her do it because the whole time she was running with the axe, I'm like,
yeah,
girl, why are you there?
Yeah, why
like,
does she have an axe? Like it doesn't make any
I
sense.
literally thought about that the whole time, and then all of a sudden, and it was like, wait, okay.
And
there
and if you count how many hacks it takes, it took 11 hacks for her to chop the head off.
I did not count that, but good to know.
Yeah, and we should say, I think the Demogorgons and Vecna looked amazing. Just like the CGI, they went all out. Like
you cannot. It was really good.
It was the most photorealistic, like fake thing I've ever seen in my life. Not like his face, like the normal acting scenes, like his face was all prosthetics. But obviously, most of that was replaced doing in every other scene, like because there's whatever. But it's like it looks so good. Yeah, the Demogorgons never looked better. He just looks so photorealistic. I hope
the demigods looked pretty good.
I didn't even notice with them. I was like, bad demi-dogs again. Like, but.
From the hospital.
Right. But it's just
I thought that scene was really cool.
It was cool how like they got on the intercom, like, Lucas, you gotta go. You gotta go. Like.
Yeah, well, really cool. What was their like, what was the reason? Because she was just going to call that room.
Yeah. And like, she's like, do they understand English?
Yeah. And then she's like, no. Why are we going do the whole hospital?
Yeah.
And then the mom with the whole blowing up the dryer thing.
Yeah, that was cool, but it's also
sweet. Also kind of unrealistic.
It would take a lot longer to heat that thing up to blow up.
Yes. But it was it wasn't a normal dryer though, so it could have heated up quick.
Pango says that the Vecna actor had to sit to get makeup for 8 hours. Which it had to have just been his face, because like you see behind the scenes stuff, he has like a
T-shirt that has the design.
Well, it's like a bodysuit that has kind of like a general like printout of the body aesthetic, and then it was just replaced in post. But I don't know. I really liked him this season.
Yeah.
And like
I thought the whole concept of the cave too was pretty cool.
Yeah. Maybe we could talk about the Holly Wheeler stuff. Like,
oh, she was an amazing actor.
Bringing her in as like the main new character.
Yes.
I thought that was really her story did really well. I think the actress was really good.
All those kids did really good, honestly.
Derek
was hilarious.
This is still a family-friendly thing, so I can't repeat his line that he always says, but that was a funny line that, especially when they
got into the cave at the last second and he pulls. That part was hilarious.
And it's funny because like, I don't know, I was rewatching that scene like on some YouTube channel's reaction to it or whatever, and they had the subtitles on it. And like he says that line, and like Holly says, like come on, like to go, but it's just like reading it was like he says a line and he's like, come on, dude. Like that's kind of like how you read it. Like you're really gonna say that line right now, even though she was just saying like, come on, we gotta go. But
Yeah. But it was good though.
yeah, and the whole like kidnapping the kids to like amplify his power was an interesting idea.
Yeah, I thought that was a cool concept.
And
And
it
like
was
how
a
they're trying to take the kids out, like sneak them out of the military base and stuff like
that was
that.
pretty cool.
That was cool.
But I think it was the cool twist with that like the Abyss was a whole separate planet,
Mm-hmm.
and that the children were there and not in the Upside Down. Because that was
Yeah.
something like I was confused about when we got to flashbacks in season 4 of like him going there. I was like, this doesn't look like the Upside Down. Like, why is it?
Yeah.
Like, it didn't make sense to me.
Yep. And
But
then,
it was
dude, because was it the last episode they ended with Holly falling?
the end of episode 7.
Yeah. So it was like the end. It was the last episode that came out on Christmas.
Yeah, I think so.
So you had to like wait a week.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, but like it's kind of
or
weird
end
that
of 6, episode 6.
It might have been episode 6. I can't remember.
I don't know. I thought that was a cool.
But like, I don't know. It was kind of weird. I assume that the Abyss had its own Upside Down, and that gravity was in both directions. So like, I would have never thought, oh, she goes through that gate on the Abyss. I thought she was going to go through the gate and she'd just be able to stand in the Upside Down on the Abyss Upside Down. But like her like falling too, like there's like a gravity only in the Hawkins Upside Down was kind of like an unexpected thing.
Yeah. Because I remember the end of the episode, I'm like, who's going to catch her? Like, what are we doing right now?
Like, yeah, I was like, how is this going to...
How is this going to work? Because she's falling fast. She would have died. And whoever tried to, like...
catch her, they would have died too.
They would have died too. Like,
but like...
So, like, that whole concept of when he caught her and sucked her back up, I was like, oh, that's so cool. Like, I thought that was super cool.
But it would have been crazy if they killed her.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
dude.
They couldn't.
They were not going to kill a kid like that, but like...
So the only one that died...
was 8.
Okay, let's talk about 8.
Yeah. Why did they have 8 in the Upside Down?
Why?
Like, I don't understand the point of the base in the Upside Down.
Because that's why this brings me back to why I think the military was like doing this not under the supervision of the U.S. military, because they were secretly redoing the doctor's stuff.
Right.
Because that other military guy, he wasn't trying to redo the doctor stuff. He was trying to get Ellen to end it. But this new doctor came in and was redoing it.
Right.
And the only way for her to redo it in secret was to do it in the Upside Down.
Right. Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
So that's why I think it makes sense why they couldn't do anything to anyone. Because it was all illegal anyways.
Right.
So yeah, like that's why I think it's like they were trying to hide, because she was going to use it as like, I don't even know what she was going to end up doing. Use them as soldiers in the war.
That's what it was, to create a army of 11s. Mm-hmm. But 8's powers were, her blood was not
working.
Like I'm assuming it worked, but like it wasn't like replicating the results that they wanted. They wanted 11 because she was so powerful.
Yeah. Which is why they were hunting her the whole time.
Right. But
which is why they had to, 8's whole thing was like, that's why we have to be gone. Like, because there's always going to be another doctor. Even if we kill this one, there'll always be someone else that is going to redo this program.
Yeah, but the big theory was that 8 was actually working for the Mind Flayer, which would have been cool.
Also, I did not like her character. I like what happened. I don't know if
Were
it's like
you surprised? Like, how shocked were you when there was a
when
reveal
we
that she
saw
was?
her. I
I
was
did not
like,
expect that.
okay.
I was
Finally
shocked.
that episode in season 2 like matters. Like that was like my like literally when I saw her, it wasn't like, oh my gosh, it's like it was like, oh, finally that episode in Chicago actually matters. Like that was
Right.
literally my first thought.
But the whole concept of like, oh, they already captured Vecna and they have Vecna behind the door,
Hmm.
like that would have been a cool.
That would have been cool.
But
But then it wouldn't have had the same effect unless
like,
Vecna
what were
got
you
out.
thinking when like, because like Hopper went in there by himself, locked the door,
Hmm.
and then he opens the door for
I
Elle
thought
to
it
go
was just going to
through.
be a Demogorgon that they're doing experiments on.
Oh,
A Demogorgon.
I was like, who else would it be? Like, I don't think I even remember.
8 was not on my mind, if that's what you're asking.
It wasn't
No.
on my mind either. I thought they
But
gave up on that whole 8 thing.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. But I don't know. Like I didn't like her relationship with Elle. And I don't know if it was like an acting thing or just like the way her character was written. But I don't know. It just it gave me like I don't really trust you and don't care about you vibes. So when she died, I was actually more surprised of her death when 8 died when we originally thought she died, right? I was more surprised that 11 wasn't more mad at Hopper for just leaving her there. Because Hopper just grabs 11 and be like, peace out, good luck.
Well, I think she understood that he was going to prioritize Elle. Like, so she wasn't mad about that, but she also understood why he couldn't necessarily go back because they're surrounded by military. Like,
Mhm.
but
But they end up going back.
right, only because she told him to. But like,
Then Elle broke all their necks.
dude, then
He pulls an Anakin.
used the gun. The guy freezes. She freezes the main guy's gun, and then no, when he shoots himself in the head,
Yeah.
the main guy that like sought revenge.
The half face, Two Face.
Two Face, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But yeah.
Trying to think what else. What else are we missing, chat? Anything else that we're missing? Topics to talk about?
Besides the ending speech and why people
the
attack.
whole ending.
That whole thing and then the whole 11 thing.
All right, okay. Here's my hot take. See if you agree or disagree.
Okay.
Steve has the best character arc in the whole entire show. I would say that he's the only character that
He's like
has
my top 5 characters. I think honestly, between him and Dustin, they're like almost tied for first place for me.
But like, if you look at all the characters, he's like the only one that has a character arc through the whole series.
Mm-hmm.
Mike, he's the same every season. Lucas is like the most underdeveloped character in the whole show. Like, he had his time to shine in season 4 with Max, his relationship with Max. But like,
Well,
Lucas
and
was
he did
underutilized.
true, but like
Will, he has a good story arc at the end, but
yeah,
there's a
but
lot of
it
setup for
takes
4
a
seasons.
lot, yeah.
I was kind of disappointed with Hopper's development. Like, he's still like, every season he's always the same. Like, I gotta protect Elle. I gotta keep her safe. I
But
gotta do this. Like, I
the
get that's
last
his role.
conversation though with Mike on the bench,
Yeah,
that was a good development for his character.
right. But that was also because he had no other choice.
Yeah.
But it's just like, Hopper was always the same. Joyce was always the same. She's the protective mom.
Mike's mom had a good development.
But she's not really like a main character throughout the whole series of like development.
She had
So it's like a minor
thing in
character.
season 3.
But I'm saying she doesn't do
Max?
anything.
What about Max? Max is a good character.
Max is really good. But like, what is like the arc though for her? like what's the change? Like she has to like, deal with Billy, then get over Billy's death, and then she's kind of like,
But
you
she was
know,
haunted for the whole time.
well, yeah, and then she has to. We don't even get to see her character development in the 2 years that she was trapped in Henry's mind.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I like Max's character a lot, but like compared to Steve, he has the biggest character arc, most development, biggest change from season 1 to season 2.
And they were gonna just kill him in season 1.
Yeah, I do remember that. And it's like every season he gets this beat up, except for this season.
Yeah. Well, he almost died though.
Dustin, that was. I knew it
Jonathan's
was.
character wasn't that bad.
I knew it. I don't know, dude.
Him and him. Oh, what's her name? Why am I? Nancy's
Nancy.
like relationship. The development of their relationship and what it came out to at the end, I thought that was actually. I was okay with that outcome.
All right, I would have liked them to like come back together in the end.
Oh, a little
I would have,
softy,
I
Jeremiah.
would have, I would have liked that. But like I like that Steve genuinely only saw her as a friend. I really like that.
Okay, I liked that ending of their relationship because it ended up being that it didn't end up with like her running back to Steve or something stupid. Like it ended up with like nothing, which I actually
Right,
liked that way of that relationship. Like the
right,
relationships of them.
right. But yeah, I just don't think other characters like Pingo says. I liked how Nancy matured, and there was a possibility that they get back together down the line after being separated. Oh, the proposal. Oh, you see that the ring that he proposed with was the same ring that Jonathan bought for Nancy. So Jonathan gave Hopper the engagement ring to propose to his mom.
Oh, I did not catch that. That's cool.
um,
I like that Hopper ended up with Joyce.
Choice. Yeah, it was a long time
I
coming.
I wanted that to happen.
Murray gave it to Jonathan, and Jonathan gave it to Hopper. Yeah. Murray, I like his character. He's just a funny, all of his one-liners and
Yeah, he was good.
um. But going back to Nancy, I like her progression of shooting throughout the whole
Hmm.
show. I like that she's always good with a gun. She gets more and more responsibility with weapons. Like that's not really character development. That's just kind of like growing in a character trait that I like.
Yeah.
And like honestly, like this is like a weird, like one of my favorite scenes in the whole show. Like in season 2, when they're all at the buyer's house and they're all locked down and they're waiting for the demidogs to come, and they're being surrounded. They think they're being surrounded,
Hmm.
and like Hopper has that extra rifle, and he looks at Jonathan. Hey, do you know how to shoot this? Can you shoot this? And Jonathan's just like frozen, not knowing what to say. And Nancy says, "I can," and Hopper just gives it to her and doesn't even care. Like he's like, "Whatever. I just need confidence right now." Like
Yep.
I honestly really, really, really like that scene, and then that was kind of like what excelled Nancy's
Nancy's.
like
Yeah.
gun stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. But I mean, Steve's character was cool. Robin's character was good too.
I liked her.
I actually liked her a lot, especially in this season. I thought she was really good.
Rockin' Robin.
Yeah. And she doesn't end up with that girl anyways.
Yeah. The Duffer Brothers like it's implied that off screen they break up. I know, okay.
Well, I mean, like she was saying she kind of said that in that like last thing. It was just like she had so much trauma from that. She's like, "Nah, I'm good."
I don't
That's
know.
a dramatic thing.
Also, this is part of the ending, but Dustin should have went to that party with that girl Stacy or whatever her name was.
Oh yeah, whatever happened to his girlfriend?
Nothing. And
They,
that's part of like the whole conspiracy theories of like the ending was not real because Vecna never knew about Susie. That's why she wasn't there.
so okay, so
Same
I
with
I saw
Vicky,
that
which is the girlfriend.
everyone was saying that like, okay, let's talk about this thing.
The whole conspiracy theory.
Yes.
Have you watched videos of people's things, or did you just kind of like
No, I
see?
just heard like I saw someone on TikTok saying that like I don't remember exactly how they got to that point, but they're like
So
it's gonna be
there's a
on the
lot of
seventh
videos.
at 7, and yeah,
There's
there's so many. It was
so
all
many
over the
videos of all
place.
these little details. How like the whole like ending, the last 45 minutes of the everything was like, especially at the graduation scene, things just don't make sense. And how everyone was thinking that it's all an illusion produced by Vecna, that like, he got into everyone's minds and projected the final battle and his death, and that all the main characters that were in the abyss had the tubes down there. Like they replaced the children in
Mm.
with the tubes in the mouth or whatever, getting pumped
Mm-hmm.
with whatever mind flavored juices were
Juice.
going. but like, but there was just things like the orange cap and gowns at the graduation. Like, well, the colors were green. The high school was green, not orange. There's things like how everyone, like a lot of the kids in the graduates, like they had their hands like on top like this, like on top of each other, and that's how Henry would always hold his hands down in front of him. Like even when Billy was possessed by the main mind flayer, he was holding his hands the same way. Um, how like the whole Wheeler family had the same haircut, kind of similar haircuts. That was very similar to Henry's haircut, and um, there's just things like that, and like the power dial in the radio station where they crank it
Yeah.
up. Like it was originally when we see it earlier in the season, it's like red,
Mm-hmm.
but in the flash, right at the ending, it's like gray. And like, what was the circle on the little like merry-go-round thing was gray, that like you had to break through to go through like the next memory or whatever. That like when things are replaced in a memory, they're gray. They're not the normal color. And so there's these things of like, oh, there's things that were one way earlier in the season, but here at the end, they're different. Like,
And then
why
when
are they
you look
different?
up the episode, if you look up fake episodes, Stranger Things pops up as the first thing.
I never looked into that.
I did it yesterday, and it
Did that
actually
happen?
worked. Yes, if you type in fake episode, Stranger Things is the first thing that pop up. It's like it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
I think it's just suggesting, like the number one thing on Netflix.
Yeah. And then
Because
there was
there's
like
nothing that comes up.
fake ones where like people would like rearrange the D&D binders so that they could like get like um different like letterings going across, like spell words or whatever. Yeah, I had to watch out for that one. There's one that I think was fake, was
If you,
Dustin with his Hellfire Lives. Like
mhm.
his gown was covering it and it said L and then lives.
Oh, I think that was fake because
I think
that's
that
not.
one was fake because I tried trying to find that. I couldn't see it, but
And then they said that like the chat saying like if you look up episode or season 5 episode 9, Stranger Things pops up. There is no episode 9.
that then like something I don't know if this one was real because I
But why
couldn't
did they
find.
get to today's date and
It was because
7?
it's the next Wednesday,
Oh,
because episodes are released on Wednesday. Also, I couldn't find this one. I didn't really look too hard, but apparently like Netflix released like a little video or picture of like Mr. Clark, and the clock on the wall says 107. So today's date's 107. So it's like there's something that's going to be released on 1/7. So it's just like,
Yeah.
there was stuff like also like one of the books
Mm-hmm.
at the end said what's it on it. So there's just little things.
Well, then I saw like there was like a behind, or it was, I don't know, it's probably fake, but because AI is crazy now. But I saw like it was like a leak photo, and it was like Steve bleeding out and Dustin was holding him, but then it was like cut and they're like goofing around
Right.
instead of, yeah. So
I don't know. I thought there was other ones that I don't remember, but I thought were interesting.
it would have been cool
It would have been cool
if
that
we were like planning tonight. Be like,
that's why I was like, I was about to check it. Like if there was another episode, I was like, hey, we're recording this tomorrow night.
we're canceling this. Bro.
But I think that would have been cool that we participate in the illusion of thinking this is how it ends, just like the characters think this is how it ended.
That would have been crazy.
And then
bro.
we get fooled too. But I guess we can probably end with this question, though. Do you think 11 is alive? Do you think Will's theory is true? Or do you think she's dead?
I believe.
You believe?
I believe.
You think she's alive?
Yes.
I think there's a lot more evidence that she's alive.
Her nose wasn't bleeding.
That's the big one.
That's the big one.
That's what triggered his theory, was the kryptonite beams or whatever were on. 3 of them were on her and nothing was happening.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the main one, but it's all dependent on, like, because there was that scene when 8 gets shot and she's dying and Hopper leaves and then comes back and I was like, oh, she's dead, or she's just projecting a fake death. And they actually had that conversation in Will's theory of like, you're not, my story ends here, but yours doesn't have to, and we can figure this out. And the thing is, like, you see 11 jump out of the truck and it's like, so it's like, how did the military not grab her? Like, she was the only one that wasn't grabbed. Like, it just doesn't make sense. So, like, she was then turned invisible. There's that. But then, like, the argument is, when they originally escaped with 8, she got so far away that she couldn't keep the projection up. So it's like, was the distance
too far
from the lab to the gate shorter than how far they drove away when she lost the connection?
I think the distance between the lab and the gate are closer,
right? Because
it's just like the length between times from when she got hurt to that. Like, would she actually survive that long? I don't know that answer because she got shot in the chest.
Right.
So I don't know that answer. But I think there's a lot of evidence that points that it was, and the execution of that story and how it was done.
Oh,
that
Will
last scene,
telling the story, yeah.
Or Mike, you mean?
Yeah,
that was amazing, bro.
Yeah, that was really good. And they're all.
That's where I lost it. And I was.
That's
crying,
where tears were going down my face because
that was crazy, dude.
I just liked how all the characters were like on the edge of their seat, listening and being shocked by this theory. And
then Justin's cry, I was like, "Oh, stop, bro!" It was so good. Yeah, it was. And then Max cried too, and that scene was so good. And we saw Mike, and I was like,
well, people, just a little quick side note, people want Lucas and Max to be Miles Morales and
100%. Take my money. Take my money.
I really
that.
like
I would
Sadie
love that.
Sinks. Like I really like her. I think she's going to be of everyone of the kids in that from that show. She's going to be the biggest one. I think 11 or Millie Bobby Brown. She's the most famous now, but I think she's starting to. Now that Stranger Things is done,
yeah.
her career's not over, but
no, but she seems a little drama. Like she seems hard to work with.
I don't know anything about that. Yeah, Sadie Sink is in the new Spider-Man, but we don't know her role.
Oh, she is.
You didn't know that?
No.
That's been official for a long time. So like people don't know if she's like a Gwen Stacy or some sort of love interest, or if she's going to be. I think the rumors are that she's actually playing a villain, but we don't know.
A different universe, she would be someone else.
Night Owl says MJ.
But that Spider-Man already has an MJ, doesn't it? Yeah.
I don't know. To Tom Holland's because he doesn't have an MJ because she doesn't know that they don't know each other anymore because her memory's been wiped.
I forgot about that part.
She's still MJ, but can you have two MJs?
Well, it could be ultimate different universes too. I think to have her as Spider.
Okay, these whole like teases that they've been doing with like the whole character reveals for Doomsday. Have you been watching these?
No.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Well, yeah, but like how Captain America's back.
Yeah, but they did one for Thor.
Oh, I didn't know. I didn't see that one.
Yesterday or today, they did one for X-Men. So we see Charles Xavier and Magneto in a scene.
Like the original cast?
Yeah, and they're super old and elderly playing chess. And there's a super awesome line that Xavier has in that trailer teaser. It's like, do not fear death, but worry about who you are when your eyes close, or something like that. It's like a super cool line about
super.
And then
crazy.
it like jumps to Cyclops shooting his eyes to the sky or something like that. And it says the X-Men
and then
will return in Doomsday.
Why are they doing it like that?
They're just trying to get hype because no one's like
much
Marvel
people to go watch this movie as possible.
It's in November
we know
or December next year.
Yeah. Like we know that Deadpool is going to be in it.
We'll see. But they're going to be doing this like every couple of days for like a couple months, and we're going to get every character.
Then it's like, what's the point?
I don't know. But yeah, I think 11 is alive. I think there's more evidence.
Yeah.
And I looked up that location of those waterfalls.
Mm-hmm.
So first people were like, oh, there's only 2 waterfalls. This isn't real. But like earlier when she's walking, you see it in a different angle.
Yeah.
There's another one. Also, this is an actual on-site location in Iceland.
Mm-hmm.
And on that river, yes, those 2 waterfalls are there, but not too far from there is a third one in our real world. So that same river has 3 waterfalls near that, all near to each other. So there's actually 5 in real life.
There you
go. Okay.
Either way.
But
are you telling me no one can find her in Iceland?
No one knows that she's alive.
Yeah. I saw like someone did it. It was like an AI of Mike there with her. And they're like hugging.
I think it'd be cool if like 10 years from now they make like it's like a 30-minute short story of them reuniting somehow. I don't know, but
yeah. I also think it's a good story develop of Mike though, to not
right
to like be settled with that if it's real or not, it's kind of up to him. He believes that she's still alive, and then, but he knows that he can't do anything about it, so he's just gonna be a writer.
Yep.
That's why, like, stuff's like, I think it would have been cool if you find out like the whole story is actually just Mike and his friends playing D&D, and it's all fake.
Yeah. Well, one of the also thing that people saw was that when Karen yells down, "Hey, dinner's ready," blah blah blah, she doesn't have her scars.
Oh, she didn't?
Supposedly, it's hard to tell. When I watched it again last night, it looked like you could see one of them, but just
Well,
at the
you could
lighting and
could
angle
though
and
at
distance.
you saw it earlier though.
Right,
When
but
she
saying that
hugs
final
Mike.
scene was the campaign of the story. But people have said that the scars are not obviously seen. Even I think you can see one. Well, the 1.5 years later, we see her with the scars at the graduation.
Yes, we do.
And they go from the graduation to their basement to finish their campaign.
Also, you said why? Okay, explain why you think Dustin should have went to that party.
Because that was from season like 1 and 2, like his love interest, like his
But I think
crush.
that's why it's cooler that he didn't though.
I know. I'm just saying.
Like, screw that girl.
They were
'Cause
all
she
excited for it. They were like,
even
"Yeah,
when
we
he
were going." And then Mike is like, "No, we're playing D&D because we're nerds." I'm like, "Come on."
it was a better ending.
I don't know.
It was cool. After playing D&D last time for the first time in like forever, I'm like, oh, dude, this is. I
Dude,
forgot how cool
it
this.
was like it would have been like Cobra Kai, Dimitri and that one chick, how they started dating.
Yeah,
It would have been like that if Dustin went to that party, that he would have gotten the popular girl. But
yeah, even when she invited him, she was like she really didn't want to invite him. I just like I want to know what happened to his girl.
Susie,
Yes, that was a very underwhelming
they're on the opposite
character.
ends of the. She's in Utah. They're in Indiana.
I guess they couldn't talk for that time when they were locked down.
Right.
Because they had no reach outside, so there's no way they could have probably talked.
Yep.
And poor Jonathan got his weed flushed on the toilet.
Oh, whatever.
When she said that, she was.
All right, I think that's everything that we can talk about. But we got some voicemails to go.
Okay.
So we got 2 from Alex and 1 from Will. Alex, I believe, is Night Owl in the chat today. So let's take a listen to number 1.
Welcome, Empire Radio. Been waiting for you guys to come back on air. Happy to have you back. Yeah, so your topic about Stranger Things. I don't know if I'm too late or not, but me personally, I like the Stranger Things. It was great. Um, I wish this finale was, how to say, more detailed. I feel like they killed Vecna way too easily. It was literally like 30 minutes to get to him and then another 30 minutes to kill him. And then the rest of the show is everybody having a happy ending. I guess, I don't know, maybe the show gave me too much PTSD for everybody to have a happy ending, but I don't know. It was a great show all in all, through and through. I just wish the ending was a little bit more uh, detailed on how he killed Vecna instead of the way it was done. Anyways, that's just me. But again, welcome back, Empire Radio. Great to have you back.
Awesome. Thank you. Yeah,
Thank you.
yes, underwhelming battle. But one of the big complaints people had was that there were no demigorgons and demodogs and stuff in the abyss that they were fighting against. And the Duffer Brothers said their explanation was Vecna never thought that he would be in this position where they would find him in real life. So they never had a defense system. And so that's why he was defenseless, which
Okay.
is
I'll
a
take it.
cop-out. And people were also trying to speculate like that the Mind Flayer spider was all the Demogorgons and stuff that were repurposed, kind of like how people were repurposed to turn into the spider thing in season 3.
Mm-hmm.
That they thought that, oh, the Demogorgons were used to make this giant body for the Mind Flayer in the abyss, and the Duffer Brothers were like, no. So we don't know how he got this flesh body, but whatever. Who knows?
I saw it's like short. It was like two guys like doing like a TikTok thing, and they're like pretending to be the Duffer Brothers, and they're like, "Oh, we messed up. We got to refill." Okay, and they're like, the guys like calling all of them like, "Oh, they're busy. Oh shoot, we can AI him. Dustin, let's just AI him." Like it was so funny, and they're just like mad at each other running around this room. Like, how did we not think of that? We should have thought of that. Like, so they're trying to put out this episode in a week so that they.
Right, people have already been making AI videos of like them adding the Demogorgons to the battle with AI,
really?
and it looks actually kind of really good. So I'm just saying, like in a few weeks, there's going to be some redone battle scenes where they take the footage and they make it a longer battle, which would be cool to watch. But all right, well, number 2 from Alex.
So, more thing. I also have to add, I also been watching some conspiracy theories with the other people, and their own thoughts and theories. I do have to say, I was really leaning towards the end of it, I was like, oh my gosh, this guy was partially right. They said that what if they recorded a whole extra clip of Stranger Things when they were little kids? And then what if this whole entire time, this is all just a D&D game? Which I probably would have liked that ending a lot more. And that's kind of what I also felt like it was towards the end of it. But then again, at the very beginning, it didn't show Max, it didn't show Elle, and it didn't show all the other characters, Steve and Nancy and all them. They're in D&D, or not Nancy. Anyways, yeah, you get my drift. But I do like that ending, and the other ending was, well, what if the sister, number 8, was actually a bad guy, and her and Vecna were in on it together, and 8 was actually the Mind Flayer, because you know how she can like create chaos with her mind. That was another theory that I heard. But anyways, sorry for the second voicemail, but
I mean, ran out of time. Yeah. So that's a cool theory of like if they recorded a scene from the original age of the kids to finish off. It was saying it was a D&D campaign. That would be kind of cool.
But I think they could have just done that, like even the way they ended it, because it's like, well, D&D campaigns can go a lifetime. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, there's people that have had the same character in D&D and they played the same people for like 20 years or longer.
Right.
So it wouldn't be far-fetched to say like this is what they were doing this entire time, was playing D&D. They added characters. Characters died, so then they couldn't keep playing with them. Like stuff like that. So
it would have been cool if they... I think it would have been... Well, people would have been mad if the show was just a campaign.
yeah.
People would have been really mad. I just like... And
people,
like,
I wouldn't be mad. I think it would have been a cool concept.
And like Pango even says, I feel like that's they woke up and it was all a dream scenario, which people hate in stories. And I remember in elementary school, like we had like these writing prompts where we had to write short stories. And I made this crazy fantasy story that I wrote, and I ended it with, and then they woke up. And my teacher was like, "You're allowed to do that once. You're never allowed to do that
again." That's funny. Your teacher's like, no.
Yeah. All right. Last up, we got one from Will, and I'll fix it in post, but the audio is up and down in volume. So let's just take a listen to Will's voicemail.
Hey, Empire Radio. Will here. I know you want to questions about Stranger Things, which I must say, for a Star Wars podcast, that is a bit strange. Anyways, having all of the context, since it's completed, of course, what season do you think was your favorite season? And how does season 5, right? I may be wrong. My mind is mush right now. But what do you think about this season? How it compares to the others?
All right, thank you, Will. So, how do we rank seasons? So, do we want to rank all 5 seasons right now?
Yeah, why not? Let's do it.
So, I was actually thinking it's so hard. Like,
No, just
four
do
is
it.
4 for sure is my number 1.
That's crazy.
I don't understand why you hate on it
That's
so much, dude.
crazy. I think for
The
me,
whole
it's just
all
because
the
they're
upside
so.
down effect and stuff
I
is
hate
so
that.
good.
I just hate how like the whole concept of them in a completely different space, and like Joyce is in Russia getting Hopper, and Ellen them is
Dude,
the
the Hawkins
thing.
stuff is so good.
Yes, but it would have been
And
better.
you're the guy that like one little 2-minute scene can make a whole show episode of
Yes.
a show at best.
But
I'm
okay,
telling you that is for
I
me.
think
Like,
I think it's for me though. It's like the same. This entire show, from start to end, is the group is separated, and let's bring them back together at the end. And when
Yeah.
season 4 came out, I'm like, this is just annoying because we all know what's gonna happen. So I think that's why it's like I just don't like it. I like parts of it. I just don't like that they're like in California and Elle's beating up girls, and the pizza guy is like, he's funny, but like it's kind of annoying too at the same time, and it's just
and I'm saying all the Hawk stuff that happens in Hawkins makes everything else. It overrules everything else. Like it makes everything
true.
makes it
That
the best
stuff is
season.
cool.
Like
when Max is like,
yeah, the whole running up the hill scene, but also like the scene when
yes,
like the team gets
true,
the plan
yeah,
and like they're riding their
and
bikes.
Dustin's girl or Dustin's like best friend gets killed, and
That, but I'm saying like when they're on the right side up on their bikes and the camera goes over them and it flips over and then it's the team on the upside down riding their bikes on the same street right underneath them.
yeah,
That's just an amazing scene.
That's very cool.
That finale of season 4 is so good. If that has to be the best thing in all of Stranger Things. That season, that episode of that season 4 is so good, and it's so intense. I don't know. I just love it. I've wanted to put season 5 at number 2 because of all the good stuff, but like, are all like the plot holes and things that don't make sense? Does that like ruin it for me to put it lower? And so it's like,
But I just fixed the military one for you.
yeah, but
That's a big plot hole that you're.
I don't know, because like when I was rewatching it, I was like, first 7 episodes of season 5, perfect. Like, yeah, season 1 had a lot of explaining that was annoying, but like through the first 7 episodes was like really good. And then it's just like you get the ending of the series finale was like okay, but
I liked it.
so it's like I'm trying to figure out like how do I want to do it, but then like seasons 1, 2, and 3 for me are so close. And I've gone back like a lot of times. I've always said like season 3 is my bottom one, but then like I'm going back watching scenes with like Billy and stuff, and it's just so.
You want me to do mine? I got mine.
Go ahead.
All right. Season 1 is my number 1. Season 5 is my number 2. Season 3 is my number 3. Season 4 is my number 4. And season 2 is my number 5.
I thought you said season 2 was your favorite.
Oh, I said it in order. Like 1 is my favorite.
I know, but I thought season 2 was like way up at the top for you.
No, season 2 is my least favorite. Because of... mainly because of the second to last episode was horrible. And it messes
So you put number 4 at number 4?
Mm-hmm.
Bro.
It's my second least favorite season.
Bro, dude.
I love season 3. I love the Billy stuff. I love the mall concept.
I think our over 30 years of friendship might be over, dude.
No.
Like this podcast, we're dissolving the podcast.
But for me, it's like season 1 and season 5 are like kind of tied right now for me. I need to watch season 5 again though.
Man.
Because season 1 is my favorite by far because I just like the concept of what it was. Like they could have ended it there and it would have been fine. So I don't know. I thought season 1 was just a perfect show when it came out.
Well, it was. I was 3 episodes in and I was like, this is going to be my favorite TV show of all time. And it is. So it's like, so 4 for sure is my number 1. I think I want to put 5 at number 2.
Mm-hmm.
I think. And then I have it as 1, 2, and 3. But 1 and 2 are for sure like tied for third, I feel like. And then 3 should be a 4. So I only have a top 4. But like, I think the reason I have 3 at the bottom is just because of like the grossness, the grotesqueness of like the gore and stuff is just kind of like off-putting. Like, I'm not like against like I'm not like grossed out by it, but it's just kind of like it was just a weird. It was just so different than the first 2 seasons.
Mm-hmm.
But the Billy stuff in that season is so good. The sauna test, like 4 got spooky, 5 got gory. By the end, it just went from rated R to PG. Basically.
Oh,
But
I like people hate on season 5. I enjoyed it. I love the whole Elle. Like I thought she died for a good 30 minutes.
Elle was not that important in season 5 that much. She was like a very underused character,
which I think is a good thing. Though. Yeah. Steve and Dustin's development of their character in season 5 of how they're like.
Did you cry when they fought? Like they're fighting each other?
I didn't cry. I was just like, you guys are both stupid. Just shut up. And like, but then what Dustin or Steve said was so messed up.
That he
killed him.
Yeah.
Or like his friend was a hero. Hero
to nothing or whatever.
Yeah, that part I was like, dang, bro, chill. But then overall, like I thought their development, their characters, like at the end was good, and yeah. Overall, I really enjoyed the show. Some people hated on it. I thought it was a really good ending. I was bummed I couldn't see it in theaters. Because there was when I was like, okay, I'm gonna go, and I was gonna take my nephew, and I could not find it.
Oh, it was sold out. Like
it was sold out like crazy.
2 months before.
Yeah,
but
it was dumb. Because I decided like the week of or whatever.
But we gotta keep in mind that sometime this year we have the animated spinoffs, which takes place between seasons 1 and 2.
I thought it was 2 and 3.
No, it's 1 and 2.
Oh,
I believe. So there's not going to be an 11, I don't think. So, because they don't find... No one else is aware of 11 except for Hopper. So,
yeah,
she wouldn't be in season...
Yeah, it is. Show. It's 2 and 3. Yeah, it's in between 2 and 3.
I thought... I don't remember that. But anyway, and then we got the spin-off series with about the Rock Stone thing.
Mm-hmm. But that I heard that one's not. It's like written by the Duffys, but not directed by the Duffys.
Well, that's
Or
fine.
it's not even. I don't even think it's written by the Duffys. I think
No,
it's
it should be
just like.
because they announced it. The Duffer Brothers announced it.
But if you look up, it's like directed and written. They're just producers on it.
Well, that doesn't matter. It's all the same. It's like different directors and stuff and producers and stuff for the show itself. Keep in mind,
Yeah.
like the guy did a lot of directing in the show. Levy or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
He's the guy doing that Star Wars Starfighter movie, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So, Sean Levy, yeah. But yeah, I think that's everything. Anything else?
No, I think that's it.
So that's Stranger Things, the end of an era. Like, I don't have anything other than that animated show and like the spinoff. Like, I don't watch a lot of like TV shows anymore. So it's like I don't have any.
Yeah.
It's just those two spinoff seasons and then Survivor. That's the only stuff that I watch. And then like the Mandalorian or Star Wars shows and Marvel shows. But like, yeah. All right. Well, if you are new to Empire Radio and you've made it this far, we'd love for you to get connected with us more. So, since you're watching this is only on YouTube, hit that subscribe button here on YouTube. But in the description, there's also a links page, links.co/Empire Radio, links spelled 2 I's. Click that landing page for everything Empire Radio. And so you can follow us on like Spotify and iTunes and stuff like that. If you're listen to podcasts, we've had 337 episodes of Star Wars content, plus a handful of other YouTube exclusive reviews of like The Last of Us season 1. We didn't do season 2 because it was season 2. We did the Avatar, The Last Airbender adaptation. We did the Rebel Moon parts 1 and 2. I can't remember if there's anything else we did.
Oh, that show. Good Lord, I forgot we did that.
But yeah, 300 some episodes of Star Wars content. So go check those out. We do anything and everything Star Wars. Like I said at the beginning of this episode, we got some comics that we're going to do next week. We're going to do a book review. We got a book review next month with Princess and the Scoundrel for Valentine's Day. And I'm excited for that.
Are we going to do a Blue Avatar review?
Oh, Ash and Fire. I don't know. I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it yet either. I want to, though.
My back can't handle. Dude, my back is just. Sometimes it's good. Sometimes it's not. It's not doing good today. I think this whole like sitting doing podcasting makes my back worse. So maybe I got to retire just to heal my back. I don't know. Because I was doing really good. And then today I went to physical therapy and tweaked it again. And now it's not that great. But I don't know. But yeah, so you can follow us on Instagram, Facebook, join the Discord. We have a Discord. We have, like you've heard tonight, we had some voicemails sent in. We have voicemails that you can send into the main podcast. And so as long as it's family friendly, we will play those. You can ask us anything about Star Wars or not about Star Wars. Like, we prefer non-Star Wars stuff because we've talked so much about Star Wars and people have asked so many Star Wars questions. There's not a lot of Star Wars questions to ask us that we haven't already answered. So send us a voicemail. We'd love to do that. Fan email if you need to email us about anything.
Yeah.
I think that's about it. Anything else, Drew?
For next week. Nope, just stay tuned for next week. We're back. Happy New Year's, and starting off without Star Wars, and we are going to end it with Star Wars. We hope.
All right. Awesome. Well, you've been listening to another YouTube exclusive tastic episode of Empire Radio. I'm Jeremiah.
I'm Drew.
And may the Force be with you.
Always.